I just came up with a question this morning. For the most part, people were saying, well, what question would you ask? And I said, I don't know enough to ask a question. But this morning I came up with one because I've been sitting here listening to all these, not all, many of these people come up and say, my inner being told me this, or my inner being wants that. And it's as if they're having a conversation with their inner being. And
it's some of that thought turning to something tangible. It is a tuning into something that then is becoming more present, more obvious, more defined.
Okay. I was just feeling like either I was so amazingly attuned that I didn't need a conversation, or I was amazingly deaf.
Well, often in your attunement, you don't feel like two entities. Right. So
that makes sense.
That's a better feeling answer, isn't it?
It certainly is.
Yeah.
That's all.
No one's ever always there. And so it's nice to be able to recognize the degree to which you are in attunement. Would you describe yourself as an inspired being?
Yes.
We would too. Would you describe yourself as an intuitive being?
Yes.
Have you described yourself as someone who has inspiration? Well, they all go together, don't they?
Yeah.
So in some cases there's a little bit of humility. You're not allowing yourself to acknowledge the fullness of who you are. When you say to a child who's rambunctious, you're full of yourself, that's a compliment. But adults don't usually mean it as a compliment. They mean you need to suppress yourself more. You need to behave more so that you don't disrupt the atmosphere around me. But when someone is full of themselves, then that's what happens. So what is your artistic bent?
I'm real good at stick figures. I'm more of an engineer than an artist.
Are you an inspired engineer?
Sure, I'll take that.
Well, it's worth acknowledging. In other words, do you just use some stable mathematics and just keep applying them over and over in mundane ways?
Oh no, I try and get different applications for...
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. And you've been doing it long enough that it feels so natural to you that you don't even acknowledge that you're doing it. You don't realize how many others are looking on with clarity and interest and eagerness and focusing with you, and that you are the receiver, you are the last end so far translator of all of that into something. But that is what's happening.
Thank you.
Yeah. Something more? Really good. Yeah.